everybody.
Woo!
Hello!
Luke, you are really hot right there, man.
I am?
Yeah, maybe
It's
just,
okay.
Just when you were laughing.
Hello, fanboys and fangirls. Well, it's that time again. It's Monday night, so you know we're about to nerd out like crazy, even though the Chiefs are playing. Chiefs Kingdom, what's up? Rocking it.
Podcat, no!
Please get in the way of the camera. Anyway,
Don't jump up there, Carl. No! You can't see it. You guys can't see it. But he's like
ferocious black cat.
He's just about to jump onto where
Our
all of our
keyboards.
equipment is. And he's a big enough cat he could take it all out.
Anyways, my name is Luke, and I'm joined by Tyler.
What's up? And I'm joined by the beautiful Brett Eitzen.
Oh, thanks, man. How are those Chiefs doing?
It's commercial right now. I have no idea because I actually haven't really been paying attention.
Well, that's good. That means you're doing your
I'm
actual
assuming
job.
they're up 40-0 or down 0-40. One of those. It's the
nothing in
Chiefs.
between.
But I mean, we'll see. So
Next week I'll be decked out in Redskins gear because they play Monday night.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna actually bring your charger so you can watch.
I'll watch it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
And I'll try not to scream at it in the meantime.
Sounds good.
I think you should scream.
I don't
I
think you
approve
guys
this
want me to do that.
I really don't, actually.
So, let's not.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the
Luke!
Chiefs.
So am
We
I.
need to put that away.
I'm distracted
No.
by
We're
football
We're not gonna
as
do a
well.
live commentary on the Chiefs game.
So, we
Currently,
should.
Mahomes is sitting on the bench.
So,
with wacky
guys.
hair.
Tyler, what'd you do this week?
Okay.
I'm just taking over.
I feel like I've done quite a bit this week. I read or finished reading Batman Hush. I've continued to read the novelization of The Killing Joke. I read the first issue of Heroes in Crisis by Tom King and Clay Mann. Played paintball again for like almost 8 hours. And I played some Fortnite.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're so busy.
I was busy. And I watched football. But my team wasn't playing because they're on a bye. So
Who'd you watch?
yesterday I watched the Detroit and Dallas game. I watched Baltimore and Pittsburgh last night. And I watched a little bit of Houston and Indy. And then I can't remember who the afternoon game was. I don't know. I watched 4 games yesterday.
It's 4 more than I watched yesterday.
But
Awesome.
what have you guys been up to? I want to ask you guys before I dive into reviewing some of the stuff I did.
Shoot, yeah.
I didn't really do anything new. I played Fortnite with Tyler. That was really the main thing that I did throughout the week.
Still haven't got you a win yet, man.
It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't get that dub soon. We got second maybe 5 or 6 times.
We've gotten second probably 5 times. We've gotten third 3 or 4 times, and we've gotten fourth, not third, fourth, like 10 times.
It's been very annoying, but I can't really complain because I'm never really in the mix at the end. Usually I'm the first one to go, so.
The first squad member down.
But that's okay. They're trying to get me dub. Them being
We're gonna get him one.
Tyler and his brother Hunter. What's up, Hunter? I know you're watching right now. I went back into the division though this week too. I was hoping I would beat the main game by tonight, but I'm just not good at that game.
I will help you.
I know I'm not bad at it, but it just takes so long to like defeat the
Bullet
bosses.
sponges.
Oh
Well,
my gosh.
the bosses, yeah.
Like,
they are pretty.
I was going against this one guy for maybe like 20 minutes. And I didn't even die. Just went against him for 20 minutes. It was
Wow.
ridiculous. I was just hiding in the corner, healing.
Sounds about right.
Also, I watched Wonder Woman again with my small group.
Oh, nice.
That movie is awesome.
That is good.
I love that movie.
It holds up.
Oh, yeah. But I think that's everything. I was thinking about it today. I was like, man, I did not do that much. But it's okay.
I went back to a game that I hadn't played in a while. It's called Destiny 2. And
Can you explain what that is? I've never heard
Never
you talk
heard
about
of
Is
it.
that new?
It's so it came out a year ago and then they had an expansion. So I've finally hit 550 and we're gonna jump into the raid tomorrow, aka Tuesday.
Are you streaming it?
I don't know yet.
If you stream it, I might watch for a bit.
All right, I'll stream it. And then on Friday, I had my 10-year high school reunion.
Ugh.
And
old.
it made me feel old. But it was fun. It's good to catch up with people.
Yeah.
Siebel wasn't there.
Wow. Let the whole team
The
down.
face of disappointment.
I am not going to my 10-year high school reunion.
I'm not either.
To be fair, Siebel's like all the way across the country. And
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He lives out near where you're from. In
Nice.
the most vaguest term possible.
I'm going to be honest, I thought Siebel lived in your basement, and he's just too scared to come out.
I thought he lived in
Got
Kansas.
cat hair all over my shirt now.
Gosh dang it.
And then I finished the Dragon Prince Netflix show.
Very nice.
So
What's that?
that's what I did.
I'm excited to hear about that.
Yeah, what is that, Brett?
Oh.
Enlighten us.
It is a show that is by one of the co-producers of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And it's very good.
Awesome.
I mean, I'll give you guys a little mini review in a little bit. But
Okay. Cool.
Dope.
It's it's 9 episodes and
Is it animated?
yes,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's very much in the same kind of style as Avatar.
Okay.
So it has a very similar feel.
It's a Netflix original, isn't
It
it?
is. Yes. Yeah. Do you want me just to jump into that? Do we have
Yeah,
anything else we want to
yeah,
talk about?
Go crazy.
Go for it.
Let's hear about the Dragon Prince.
The Dragon Prince. Yeah, so Netflix original by some of the same people who produced Avatar. It's kind of got that same feel. The idea is that there's this kingdom, and there's humans and elves, and there are dragons. And the humans kind of tap into this dark magic, whereas the elves and the dragons are more like pure elemental magic. And that kind of starts a war, and then the humans kill. This is all like in the first opening 5 minutes, so I'm not spoiling anything. It's a setup. And then the humans kill the Dragon King, and then it's real bad. And they steal they think it's implied that the Dragon Prince egg is destroyed, but we find out in like the second episode that actually the humans stole it, and so it's all about the two princes of the human kingdom and this elf assassin who kind of had a change of heart go on this little adventure to try and return the dragon egg.
Humans always be stealing crap from other people.
Yeah, so it's got really good characters. It's 9 episodes. It flies by.
Are they 30
How long?
minutes or no?
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes. So they move at pretty quick pace.
3.5 hours.
I think really the only thing that
Uh-oh.
do we have audio problems, Battle Rifle? Hold on, we can check it. So the only real criticism I would have of it is that some of the not main protagonists aren't quite given enough screen time, in my opinion. And they could have used 1 or 2 more episodes to kind of flesh them out.
Okay.
But overall, it gets a fanboy worthy from me. I think that if you're into that style, definitely worth checking it out.
I definitely want to check it out.
So, are the voice actors the same from Avatar? Or
No.
a different group?
No, this is a whole new group. It's not actually related to Avatar. It just kind of feels like a spiritual successor, I guess.
Right. Are there any notable voice actors in it that you know of?
I didn't recognize any,
Okay.
and I didn't take the time to look it up to find out who they are.
We might be having audio issues. Oh, it looks just like Avatar.
It looks a little more cel-shaded.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot newer, too.
Yeah. Nope, I don't recognize any of those
either.
people.
Worth a shot.
Which is cool because voice actors are very talented and they never get any work anymore because they want Kate Beckinsale to be the main voice in Kung Fu Panda 4 or something like that.
Wait, really?
No, that's not a real story. That's
Oh, okay.
the first thing that came to my
I thought it
mind.
was.
Nah.
We do have a little echo.
Do we? I noticed it once before. Last week we were really good. This week it's interesting, I guess. But when I listened today, I was gone. It kind of had there's a little echo, but it wasn't crazy bad.
Let me do some in the moment
Technical
fixes. You guys can go ahead.
Jump in whenever you hear something you're interested in. I'm definitely going to have to check out The Dragon Prince.
Yeah. I added it to my watch list way back when.
I just need to see if I don't know. I'll give it 5 episodes, which then I'll pretty much be done with it. So I might as well finish it at that point. But I'll definitely check that
Has
one
an
out.
8.5 on IMDb. That's pretty good for IMDb.
That's pretty high. So, do you know if another season is going to happen? Have they said or anything?
Nothing confirmed yet.
Okay.
Well, do you want to talk about your books you've been reading?
Sure. I will jump into that. So, as I mentioned, I finished Batman Hush. Brad, have you ever heard about this story?
Have I heard what? Sorry.
Batman Hush.
I have not.
Luke, have you heard of Batman Hush?
Oh, yes.
I borrowed it from Luke.
Absolutely.
So, Batman Hush is
You're going to be at the table by yourself. You nerd.
This is what I've been waiting for. This is my table now. I run this. Okay.
Since I have it with me.
Yeah, since I brought it today. This is Batman Hush. It is written by Jeff Loeb, illustrated by Jim Lee, penciled by Scott Williams, and it is a story about Batman and one of his oldest friends. And trying not to spoil it. I guess I could probably spoil it. It's been out a while.
It's a shame because, honestly, the book spoils itself.
It does, yeah. Really early on, too.
Yeah, it's just, it sucks because you have a whole array of Batman characters and a new villain and one other new character. Well, who's the villain going to turn out to be?
One other new character.
It spoils itself, which is really unfortunate, but the story that goes through is
right, and so
very good.
On to make a point of what you're saying, one of my first responses or reactions to it was, I just love the involvement of so many different characters.
Yeah.
Like, characters from all over the Batman universe or the DC universe are in this story, all the way, like, from Clayface to an aged Jason Todd, which was the heartthrob moment for me. I was like, whoa, what?
A lot of twists and
yeah, and that's the other
turns.
thing. I really love the unpredictable ending, too, and I kind of talked to you about it. I don't know, spoilers for the book, but it ends with a non-Two-Faced Harvey Dent showing up and killing the villain and basically pledging that he's going to be the good guy Harvey Dent moving forward, which was a huge deal because he has a plan in place with the villain the whole story, and he's kind of working against Batman until the end. So, tons of fun. I really enjoy that part. And there's a lot more to dig into. 2 characters I really loved. I really loved Catwoman in the story. I felt like they did a good job using her as a two-sided character. She was on the good side and the bad side, I think, the whole story. And then at the end, she has a line where she looks at Batman and she says, "Hush," and puts her finger to her lips. And he's like, "Wait, why'd you say that?" And then it kind of just ends. Like, she just leaves. So it kind of gives you that ambiguous ending that every good Batman story has.
yes.
And then Tim Drake kind of surprised me. He has a pretty minor role in the story overall, but he kind of shows why. Like, a lot of people really love Tim Drake. Tim Drake's a really popular Robin, and in this
best suit as a Robin. He's the best suit.
In this story, I think you see a lot of why people really enjoy Tim Drake's Robin, just how smart he is, how well thought out everything he does is. Like, he convinces Batman, because Batman reveals his identity to Catwoman. That's like one of the big shocker moments of this book. And Tim Drake convinces Batman to put on a front and let him show up at the Batcave and fight Catwoman to prove whether she's truly on his side or not. And it's revealed later that it was Tim's idea to do that, and that they needed to know, so they went about it that way. And I thought that was just incredible. I don't know. And it also mentions how Tim Drake's the only Robin to ever deduce that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Spoiler alert, Bruce Wayne's Batman. So
He just reveals stuff like that on live television.
I thought that was really cool. Hush was cool too. I had really high expectations for Hush. I thought Hush was going to be more in like the forefront of the story. He's kind of a background mover. He manipulates a lot of people. Battle Rifle, you said he steals faces. He doesn't steal faces. He is a plastic surgeon, and he's able to make whatever face he wants. And he actually fixes Harvey Dent's face in the book. And I think you only see, that's me shaking the chair. I think you only see his face once, right?
Yes.
After he's killed.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't he makes his face just like Bruce Wayne's, doesn't he? Yeah, that's what I thought. So his face is Bruce Wayne's face at the end, which is pretty wild. But the only thing I didn't like about Hush is that in the end, there's not much of a fight. It's more just kind of like he confronts Batman.
Battle.
Yeah, he confronts Batman. Batman like refuses to fight him for a long time because he's trying to figure out who he is. And then Batman's like, "Oh, I know who you are." Kicks the crap out of him for like 4 pages, and then Harvey Dent shows up and shoots Hush, and it kind of ends, and then you have the whole Catwoman thing.
Yeah.
And the ambiguous ending. But Hush was cool. I would like to see Hush make a comeback at some point. I think that would be. I think that'd be a really interesting thing to do in the future.
Yeah.
I'm gonna restart the focus, right? So just give me 2 seconds.
Okay, 2-second break.
It's gonna stop recording then.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It won't stop broadcasting.
Do we still sound weird, Battle
Yeah,
Rifle?
we do.
Oh, okay.
I've been testing it. Okay, hold on. Let me try it just on this side first. Podcat, get out of my way.
Sorry, guys, we're having some technical difficulties. We're working on it. We should be picking back up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Luke?
Hush is gonna be made into an animated movie.
They did announce it,
Yeah.
right? Remember when we spoke with Conroy, he said that was one of the
Yeah.
stories he wanted to do.
And also,
So I hope he gets to come back and do it. I imagine they
gotta.
will.
They've gotta. There's no way.
What's the other guy's name that does Batman a lot?
Jason O'Mara.
Yeah, Jason O'Mara. I hope they choose Conroy over O'Mara.
Yeah.
Not that O'Mara's bad.
Yeah, he is actually really good, but he's not Conroy.
Yeah, Conroy's like when I found myself when I was reading it in Conroy's voice, and I feel like I do that with everything I read, Batman wise.
Yeah, he's
like,
the voice.
I always think of Conroy, and when I read the Joker, I always think of Hamill.
Yes.
Yes.
Eh,
Luke Skywalker.
yes.
Luke.
But if I was gonna rate it, I'd say fanboy worthy. I think there are some deep cuts that I think some general fans would probably miss, especially with Clayface and the whole figuring out who Jason Todd really was. I don't think if you are not like super deep into these comics, I think it would be.
You'd probably just be like, okay, I'll just keep reading.
Yeah, you'd probably miss it. But then if you actually knew, that scene would mean a lot more, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely fanboy worthy. I think anybody can enjoy it, especially if you read comic books.
It's a great Batman story. There's an awesome Batman Superman fight in it.
Yeah.
Also,
There's also a really awesome Batman Superman brotherly moment
oh
in it
yeah,
too. Towards like right at the very end.
yeah.
It's really good.
The new movie Birds of Prey is gonna have Huntress in it, and she's in this book. So if you want to read something with Huntress, it's not a huge
She doesn't
role,
have a huge role, but she's
but
definitely
she's there,
a good
and
character.
she has some fun moments in it. So
Definitely. But
yeah.
we need to get Brett on that.
Yes, please do. Send it my way.
I'm also reading another book. Don't skip.
Oh, am I not supposed to do this right now?
Nope.
Okay. My bad.
Do it later.
Yes, sir.
Since you're up and down, do you want to go grab my other book out of my backpack?
Sure. Why not?
I brought it with me because I wanted to show you this. It came out Tuesday. I think I've already showed you. It came out last Tuesday. It is the novelization of... Ooh, that just was not good. Of Batman the Killing Joke. Let me try not to crush anything here. Don't lose your page, Tyler. I'm in
How
the middle...
dare you block our very festive decor?
I'll move it when I'm done talking about it. So, this came out Tuesday. It's a novelization, and it's the first of 3 they're doing for iconic Batman stories. Obviously, they had to go with The Killing Joke first. Anybody who knows anything about The Killing Joke knows it's one of the most iconic comic books I think ever made.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's very, very defining for Batman and Batman lore.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's so far really good. It's better than the animated movie that came out in 2016, I believe. End of 2016, beginning of 17 maybe.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than that. I'm about
Thank goodness.
120 pages in. I was kind of leery about the novelization thing. I wasn't sure how they would do it because at the beginning there's a little note or blurb that says, we love the Killing Joke story, but we took some liberties and we're kind of doing some things a little different. And I was like,
uh-oh.
That's what the movie said too. And the movie took the liberties and did horrible things. But so far the book has done really well. They didn't introduce, but they're using the villain of Maxie Zeus, who is a villain. He's a gangster who thinks he's Zeus, and he's obsessed with that whole idea. So he has like electronic weapons that shoot electricity. It's weird.
Nice.
But he's running like this casino for villains, and he's pushing drugs through it, and Batman and Batgirl go to take it down. It's pretty fun. I really enjoy that.
My mom just said she loves the decor tonight.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome.
Also, that Batmobile up there is actually from my mom.
But ironically, Maxie Zeus was mentioned in Hush, which I thought was funny because I'd never heard of Maxie Zeus until I started reading this book.
Oh,
That's me shaking this chair. I'm sorry.
no, that's okay.
If Luke was looking, and then I look over and Brett's like,
I can't take it anymore.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something I could fix. I know our viewers and listeners probably can't hear it, but
we can.
yeah,
Anyway, continue.
I'll try not to do it anymore.
No, you're
I just
fine.
keep moving my feet.
it's all good. We hear all sorts of things when we don't have our headphones on.
That is also true. We
Yeah.
probably haven't noticed it the whole time. So yeah, Maxie Zeus is kind of like their subplot villain before the real story of the Killing Joke goes. Because the Killing Joke's not a super long comic. There's not a crazy amount of stuff there's a crazy amount of stuff that happens, but if you were to novelize it into a 350-page novel, you'd be stretching it pretty thin.
Right.
But it's definitely not for kids. This book, the comic book,
The movie.
or the movie, I don't think any of it is for kids.
We've talked a lot in the last 2 weeks about mature Batman properties.
Well, and this one I think is probably the top of that list in terms of maturity level.
Okay.
There's a lot of like mobster gangster things that happen that you would see in a rated R mobster gangster movie.
Yeah.
If I need to explain, I can explain later. But I think most people would get that.
Not good things.
Yeah, not good things. So the subplot thing, there's 2 things I really like so far. They've introduced Harleen Quinzel.
Oh.
She's not originally in the comic book, but she's an intern in this book, which makes me think they're going to connect the 3 novelizations and make it one long story.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I'm super down for because I'm curious to see how they do it, even though the stories are really spaced out because they're doing Mad Love, which is how Harley became Harley Quinn, and then they're doing Court of Owls, which that story is like way, way down the road. But so I'm curious to see how they do that. But the other thing they mention is there's a villain with a special kind of tech, and Batman looks at it, and Batgirl looks at it, and Batgirl thinks it's this just run-of-the-mill dude who's been doing this stuff on the side, and Batman's like, no, that's Darkseid tech.
Oh my God.
So Darkseid is brought up
my
in this
God.
book, and I was like, whoa, okay. So that's a huge addition to the novelization. So whatever they're doing over there with Krista Faust and I don't know the other guy's name, Gary Phillips. I almost said Todd Phillips.
He's doing the Joker
Yeah, he is
movie.
doing the Joker movie. But whatever they're doing something really cool. I'm really excited to see where this book takes me. I've just gotten to the point where the Joker is in therapy sessions and he's talking about his life prior to being the Joker. Super crazy. Well, he's not talking about it. It's showing us flashbacks.
Yeah.
Because I guess he won't really talk about it at all. But really fun stuff. Can't wait for November 13th when Mad Love comes out. I will finish my review of this when I'm done reading it.
Awesome.
And then I also read Heroes in Crisis. This will be real quick. Which is an event comic by Tom King and Clay Mann. Tackles mental health, rehabilitation, PTSD. Basically, all these heroes, they go to this place called Sanctuary in Nebraska when they're struggling with, issues from fighting crime, from cosmic battles, all that stuff. And Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are actually the people who created Sanctuary, and they have a robot there who helps counsel them. And Superman goes to check on Sanctuary because he knows people have been going. And he gets there, and literally everyone is dead. Like, everyone. There's no survivors
That's not
at
great.
all. They kill two major characters. If you're interested in reading Heroes in Crisis, spoilers, if I can say.
Yeah, I don't care. I know.
They kill Roy Harper, which is Green Arrow's former sidekick, aka Arsenal. Also probably my second or third favorite comic book character. And then they kill probably my fifth or sixth favorite comic character as well, which is Wally West. And they just reintroduced him last year in Rebirth, and they killed him already. So they're not pulling any punches right now. They're definitely killing. Then there's some minor characters too. They kill Lagoon Boy. A couple other guys. It's interesting. I'm curious to see how it goes. There's 9 issues.
We should also preface this with saying it's comic books and anybody can come back.
Anybody, but you do see a body. So yeah, you see 2 bodies. So that's a big deal.
Ooh, what if it's actually the Thing? John Carpenter's The Thing, What if it's...
We're crossing some crazy boundaries there, but that'd be pretty cool.
Or something like it, I guess.
I'd be down.
Clayface.
That sounds like fun.
But the 2 suspects right now are Booster Gold and Harley Quinn. And they're kind of on the run. And it ends with Harley Quinn saying, "I didn't kill them." So I don't know who else it could be, but I'm about halfway through Identity Crisis currently, and it has a lot of the same tones. Because you know how in Identity Crisis, Luke specifically, I don't think you've read Identity Crisis. You should.
I need to read lots of things.
You do, but in Identity Crisis, you always think you know, but you never do. Like, the whole time I've been reading it, I'm like, oh, it's this guy. But then it's not that guy.
I can just pretty much assume you're nowhere near with who it is.
And that's how I feel about Heroes in Crisis after 1 issue. I'm like, I have no idea who it could have been.
In Identity Crisis, when I got to the reveal for that, I remember it's being like, no way. That's horrible. Like, not like, oh, that's a horrible reveal, just like, the situation in the book is horrible.
Right.
I should have phrased that better. More better.
That's okay.
More better.
I've stumbled through these reviews.
Battle Rifle wants to know what you think of Wally West in the Flash TV show.
Get rid of him.
No.
I was really excited when they brought him in, and I know they are getting rid of him. I was really excited when they brought him in, but I felt like the showrunners handled him wrong. I think they've handled a lot of things wrong in the last 2 seasons of the show. But Wally West is, aside from Iris West, the biggest mistake they've made so far.
Nice.
I agree with you that Kevin Conroy is Batman. We actually, Luke and I got to interview him last year. It's in a previous episode. You should go check it out. It's our Wizard World Comic Con episode. He was a super cool dude.
It'll be on YouTube, but it'll be on SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud,
iTunes.
Google Play, and iTunes. So if you have any of those, you should go check that out. He was really cool, and he actually mentioned that Hush is one of the main stories he still wants to do.
What was he said another one too?
He said Hush and...
Was it Kingdom Come?
Yes, I think it was Kingdom Come.
Ooh, I would so take a Kingdom Come.
Yeah, it was. He was super cool. Definitely go check that out.
Yeah.
And I have the video on my old phone, and I kept my old phone when I got my new one. It's like, I've got to keep this video.
I still have all those interviews, too. I'm never going to get rid of those.
We should rerun them sometime.
Heck yeah. We should just post them all on YouTube, probably, so people can just...
We could totally do that. Make that happen.
All right, out of those 3, if people would only pick one, which one would you say they should read? Spur of the moment question.
I think it depends how much time you have or what form of reading you like to do. So if you like to read on a monthly basis, like the standard comic book release, obviously you want to read Heroes in Crisis. It's 9 issues, 9 months. It'll be a pretty short run. If you're a novel guy like myself, I would say choose The Killing Joke. I think the liberties they're taking and the things they're doing it's really interesting. I'm excited to see where it goes. But overall, Batman Hush, I think it's a open and closed book. You can read it in a day or two. If you can read it in a day, but I read it in like 3 weeks, just because I was so busy. But
even like Jim Lee's art is so good.
Jim Lee's incredible.
And you'll see some of the most like if you go on Google and just Google Batman, you'll see a lot of the art from Batman Hush. Is usually what you see. It's the one with Batman on the gargoyle and the cape is like flying back, but then coming back forward.
You also get the iconic Huntress picture that floats around all the time too. That's in there. And Catwoman. There's a bunch of iconic Catwoman panels.
And a Joker one.
Everything about the Batman Hush is
Jim Lee, man.
Good. Jeff Loeb is also very good. And I know he's been doing a lot for Marvel lately.
Yeah.
But he's awesome. Jeff Loeb's really popular for writing Daredevil. If you guys didn't know. That's the next on my list to read.
Yeah.
Is The Long Halloween.
I had to make sure real quick. The Long Halloween, my favorite comic book. Well, probably until I finish Why Last Man, because that is so good. I haven't finished that yet, but Jeff Loeb wrote The Long Halloween, and that is an absolute roller coaster of a detective mystery. So
yeah, I'll be picking that one up next to read. But also about Heroes in Crisis, it's got a solid cover. It's not like flimsy. It's like a plastic cover, and the pages are like Why the Last Man's. They're like paper pages again. And
That's
I was
awesome.
like, thank you for finally making a comic book that doesn't feel like it's going to rip every time I touch it. My goodness. Heroes in Crisis is awesome. I'm really excited to see where it goes. But that's all I got. Sorry, I went a little long.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Luke, you got something?
I played Fortnite Season 6. Talked about it. I hadn't played Season 5. The last time I had been in was Season 4. And the first thing I realized was...
You got the Battle Pass, right?
I did get the Battle Pass. The Fortnite map, and it's like totally different now.
They've done a lot of changes in Season 6. And 5 too.
And honestly, the map is so much better. I feel like it's full now. Like before, it was just
I haven't played 6, but 5 I felt made it very unique in terms of things to do in different areas.
Yeah.
Like the golf course, there's golf carts.
Yeah.
Right?
And like now Fatal Fields has a bunch of wheat that you can mow. Yeah. I don't know if that was in 5.
Oh, I
don't think so. That's new.
That's really cool.
It's just so fun to just
harvest
chop
time.
wheat down.
You can even chop it. You can either chop it down or you can hide in it and like jump out and kill people. It's so frustrating.
It saved my life.
Yeah, you did. You got downed and you went and crawled up in the field.
Wheat.
And you're like, I'm just going to wait here. You guys kill the rest of them.
I'm going to eat some corn in here.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really enjoyed
And then
it.
like there's the castle, which was a lot of fun.
The floating island.
The floating island, the tornado was lit, man.
Yeah, so
oh my gosh. Okay, so we decided to play this match horribly.
We weren't paying attention.
We're running from the other side of the map, and we're in the storm for a while. And health is just slowly dropping down, and then there's this like vortex that you can jump in, and it shoots you about.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm just running. I'm like, it's like 10 health, 9 health, 8 health, 7 health, 6 health. I jump in at 3 health, and it throws me into like safety, and I had 1 health, and I was just like, oh yes. I was so happy.
Yeah, Luke and I were on the move. Hunter was like, jump in the tornado. I'm like, okay. I have like 30 health, I think, left. Because Luke had gotten shot a few times in our first encounter, and he hadn't healed because we were running from the circle. Hunter's like, jump in the tornado. Luke jumps in. He's like, oh, I'm not going to make it. Oh, I'm not going to. I made it. We're good.
Thankfully, I had a med kit, too, so it took me all the way back to 100. I think that was one of the games we got second in.
It was.
That was a lot of fun. But I just wish I was better at it. It's getting me really excited for Call of Duty Blackout.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons I've been kind of playing it. But yeah, the new additions to the map are really fun. They've gotten a lot more creative with their outfits, which I think is really cool. Because most of them like, this guy has an eye patch. This guy has a helmet. And the new one, this one is a llama DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, they've upped the fun factor.
Yeah.
which I think really helps.
I think something I really appreciate about Fortnite, and I hated Fortnite for a little bit, but lately I've really enjoyed it. But something I really appreciate about them is they're able to kind of change the game for everyone. They're free.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The battle pass method has, I mean, it's at most $10,
It's worked really well.
and you see like Rocket League now has a Rocket Pass.
Yeah.
Just like Fortnite.
Yep.
And it's crazy to see that Fortnite's been able to kind of push the boundaries and do their own thing, and it's interesting what a AAA studio can do with a indie studio's idea, basically.
Yeah.
Because Battle Royale started out with smaller studios.
Right. Or even just mods.
Yeah, and
Right.
Epic, who, if you don't know, is the company who made the Gears of War franchise through the first three, and Judgment, if you count it. They took Fortnite and they blew it up.
Yeah.
I mean, so if anything, I'm kind of with Luke. It excites me more for Blackout, because if Epic can do this with Fortnite,
What's going to happen?
Treyarch can crush it with Call of Duty if they just don't be afraid to follow some of the Fortnite methods.
Yep.
Like, don't be afraid to do it. Like, if you want to do a battle pass, I say do it. I would pay for it.
And like we were talking about it when we were in like the loading screen readers. Like Fortnite has the challenges.
Yeah.
And also like the challenges I thought were a lot of fun because they weren't hard, but they weren't like, oh, I have to just do that real quick, whatever.
Right.
Like they're actually like engaging or fun or goofy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like dancing under streetlights.
Yeah.
I think what I like about the challenges too is just that, like, they make every match feel like it counts. Like, even if you get 30th place, but you finished a challenge and made progress on another, it doesn't feel like you wasted your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PUBG, I'll play a full match, like a 35 minutes, I'll get fourth place, and I've accomplished nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And so we were talking like we hope that Blackout and even Firestorm with Battlefield has the challenges. So you just always have something to work towards.
We really need
unlocking other things, unlocking whatever they've
incorporate
the COD bucks or V bucks or whatever.
Player progression and player investment.
Yeah.
And make people's time worth it even when you're not winning.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what Fortnite has done so well.
Yeah.
And Season 6 just builds on that.
Yeah.
I mean, the challenges have they're more fun now than they were last season.
Yeah. And I've never won, and I'm still playing it.
We'll get your win.
It's just a fun romp. It's a great time.
It is, and it doesn't take a lot of time to get in and out of games either, which I really appreciate. But the skins are fun. I agree. I can't wait to get the skin where it's the dude with the inflatable,
llama.
the inflatable llama. So like those Halloween costumes, because it's Halloween themed.
Yeah.
Season 6, I should mention that.
Makes sense. That's
yeah.
logical.
Yeah. And there's like, those inflatable costumes where it looks like you're riding a gnome or whatever. It's like that, but it's a dude with a llama. It's amazing.
Great.
I'm pretty close to getting it.
I don't think I'm gonna get that far, because I imagine I'm just
once Blackout comes
you'll
out.
once Blackout comes out, I
exactly.
probably won't play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Not very much, at least. But
I might jump in on like season 7 just real quick. So
just to get the free skins or whatever at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's
so,
awesome.
good reviews. Good mini review sesh here.
That was
Should we
fun.
jump into some like news?
Yeah,
We can do that.
Let's do it.
And I'm just gonna piggyback right off of Fortnite and talk about the influence of Fortnite on developers, but not just developers, on
I wanted to segue that.
platforms.
But
Do it.
no, it's good. You've
Segue
got it.
now.
You've got it. We were
Anyways,
still reviewing.
So, PlayStation has conceded in its Battle Royale against Battle Royales.
The only time I approve of bullying is when Fortnite bullies Sony.
So, Sony has been very on the nose about no crossplay, and now finally is the podcat behind me.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to climb the walls.
Oh,
He.
Sorry.
that's
Gosh
Carl.
darn it.
Carl is his name. So Fortnite is now cross-playable on PlayStation, with
PC,
PS4, and Switch,
and Android,
and Android and iOS
iPhone.
and everything.
Xbox.
And Xbox.
And
Oh, okay.
I actually got
You said a lot there, but you didn't say Xbox yet.
I got my first taste of crossplay.
Oh, how was it?
It sucked
Oh,
because I played with somebody on PC.
Oh yeah.
So we kept getting PC players.
Yep.
And it was
So it's supposed.
brutal.
It's designed to match you only with other squads who are mixed.
Okay.
It's designed to do that. Now,
How many of those people are on
yeah,
PC
I don't know
versus
how it all
console?
works,
Right.
but
It was
that's
rough.
how it's designed to. So good for Fortnite. That's a great thing for the industry as a whole.
Did Sony say they're only doing it for Fortnite?
Right now, they're only doing it for Fortnite.
All right.
I
well,
think that means other developers will have to,
Up their game.
bully them as well, right? Like they're gonna have to put the pressure on Sony that this is what the communities want. Like as a avid Destiny player, I have lots of friends who play on PlayStation. Oh, hey, there's 2 right here.
well,
I mean,
I haven't played it on PlayStation.
But you
yet,
have it,
but
don't
I
you?
do have
I
it.
haven't played it since I talked about it.
in
Still
any
haven't
case,
still haven't gone to Titan.
it would. I just think that's a great thing for gamers overall. With any game, whether that
Yeah.
be Rocket League or Fortnite or
My favorite thing I've seen
Call of
about
Duty.
Destiny and crossplay with PlayStation is like, what would make it better than getting PS4 exclusive weapons than getting to kill Xbox players with said exclusive weapons? And I'm like, no, you're right. I mean,
So what's been really funny is that the weapons have been good. Because that's always an exotic that PlayStation users get. But their armor has always kind of been like, I mean, it's armor. There's
Yeah. not
special perks. It's just looks. And then the maps and strikes that they've gotten have, like, all notoriously been, like, worse than any of the others. So,
That's funny.
it's still content.
it is. It is. And it would suck to play against someone who has the new Void Trace Rifle, but it's probably not that much of an advantage.
Who knows?
Anyways.
Destiny 2.
Who's got next news story?
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, Fortnite bullied them into crossplaying. That's awesome. New Titans trailer came out today.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Brett?
I did not.
Ooh.
I will have to watch it after this.
So my first thought when I watched it
What's
was,
that? You saw the first one.
yes, I've seen
though,
the
right?
first one. Yeah, F Batman. Yeah.
yeah, this
I've seen
one's
that one.
way better.
Oh, good. Because that first one did not impress me at all.
This one's really good.
It was like, oh, okay, like I get what they're going for, but I don't love how they're showing it.
They should have.
This should have been the
This
first
should have been
trailer.
Yeah.
the first trailer.
It's really good.
Nice.
You
Like
even
you
get to
can
see Beast
actually
Boy
get a
transform.
semblance of what the show is gonna be,
And the
instead
tone
of just
it's
like a
gonna
bunch
carry.
of random things and then a random F word and
Right. Yeah.
It's like, what's going on? This one's like, oh, that's cool. And also with that, we found out. I don't know if any international people listen to us or not, but
Yeah.
all the DC Universe original shows will be on Netflix
That's right.
Internationally.
I did hear that.
since they don't have DC Universe outside of America.
Right.
Yeah. So about that, when I watched the trailer, I was like, "This is fake," because it kept saying Netflix, but it didn't say internationally. It just said Netflix. So I was like,
Oh.
"This is fake." Like somebody's just really good at stitching everything, all these little promos they've been releasing together. So I watched it, and then I was like, "Man!" So I ran it back and watched it again. I'm like, "No, it really says Netflix." So I went to like 6 different links to the trailer to watch it because I thought it was fake. And then I looked it up. I was like, why does the new Titans trailer say Netflix on it? That's when I texted you. I was like, it's going to be international.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. So
you saying we need to drive up to Canada for a weekend?
I mean,
If I don't want to pay
I-
for DC,
We
you know.
both have it.
I
Universe.
know.
Come on, son.
First episode next
bad.
Friday.
Were you having a party? Let's
Sure.
get together and watch it.
That's the day
Let's
Blackout
watch
or
it live.
Black Ops 4 comes out too.
Is it really? There's so much coming out in the next 2 weeks.
This is what we can do. We can do a live reaction to the first episode of Titans,
All right.
and then we'll stream Blackout
Sounds good. Let's do it.
all night long,
All
baby.
night long.
Oh my. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
that's
down.
a thing with Fortnite. I should have mentioned. I stayed up till 2 playing this. Are you
Yeah, we
kidding me?
were up pretty late.
I haven't done that in maybe a
Who
year or
are
two.
you? What has that game done?
We
We were trying to get a win for me, man. We couldn't do it. And then I was yelling because I died in 10 seconds. I was like, I'm not ending on that one. That was garbage.
What's
Hey.
up, Reginald?
What's up, Reginald? Real quick, Luke, score update. How are they doing?
It's commercial break. I don't know.
You didn't even give me a score.
He's got it on the feed of it though. So yeah, that was mine. The Titans trailer came out. It looks a lot better.
Hey Siri, how are the Chiefs doing?
This guy's over here on.
They're losing 13-10.
That's okay.
Thanks, Siri.
It's half.
Yeah, trailer has me a believer. I was gonna watch it regardless, but now I'm like, my expectations are coming up a little bit. The tone looks a lot better. I'm really impressed with Beast Boy's transformation stuff. I think it looks good. There's a chance
that it could actually be good.
Yeah, there is. There's a chance it'll be pretty solid. So I'm excited. Luke, what do you got for us? What's your next one?
All right, so I hope everybody has seen the new Fantastic Beasts trailer. Did everybody get a chance to watch that?
That was really good.
All right.
Epic trailer.
I'm so ready for this movie, especially just after listening and watching all the Harry Potter movies.
Oh yeah, you just.
I'm so hyped on Harry Potter stuff right now, and I'm gonna watch the first movie before this one comes out. I'm so hyped. But the best part of that trailer was the music.
The music's so good.
So good. If that's what the music is like in the movie, I'm gonna lose my mind.
The trailer
was so good.
It's such an epic trailer. Like, I remember I was watching it. Dana texted me. He's like, "You gotta watch it," and I was like, "I'm not watching it until it's on a TV screen." Get home and I watch it, and I'm like, "This just looks so large scale."
Yeah.
Compared to the first movie,
and
like it looks huge.
Like, people always bring up Johnny Depp with it every time.
He didn't look like he was going over the top at all.
I honestly didn't even really think about it once when I was watching it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, somebody on the internet has to point it out. It's like, oh yeah, he's in
Thanks,
this.
world.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that.
He's playing the bad guy. Does that make it better?
Yes.
Absolutely. I think he's gonna crush that role. Actually.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't.
Reginald
Jack
agrees.
It.
Yeah.
The trailer was dope AF. So
it was dope
yes.
AF.
It makes. I've been.
Don't take it from me.
I've been very vocal about my hesitation towards this, mostly because I was upset that this was a spin-off series that they've morphed into like a prequel Harry Potter series, right? Like the first one was
They're
really.
They're doing the Star Wars prequels kind of thing.
Just better.
But I was kind of excited for a new storyline, and this is the in my mind, my fear is it's an over-explanation of things that are really cool as myth or lore or backstory.
For me, it kind of feels like
trailer,
retconning a
lot
of stuff.
So the trailer actually gives me a little more hope, and I got excited about it. So it's swung me more back in the direction of, okay, I'm on board. Like, I've got a ticket for the hype train.
Good.
On this.
I'm driving it. I'm so pumped.
Dude, I am on top of the train.
Playing a guitar like Mad Max?
Yes, I'm that blind dude from Mad Max just playing the Harry Potter thing.
So we got a couple comments about the trailer.
Got really weird, and I love it.
Matthew Ritter said the trailer's pretty good. Or no, he said it's pretty good, responding to LZ Rap saying he needs to see the first Fantastic Beasts.
LZ?
Yes, you do need to go see it.
The first
hey, Matt,
Fantastic Beasts.
I'm glad you joined. What's up, man?
Reginald.
Not yet, Reginald.
We can talk about that next.
Not next.
Okay.
Leave me alone, Brett. I got something. I went crazy. Because
that
Reginald
trailer,
set us up, baby.
That trailer was dope AF.
Yeah, and speaking of AF, a new Hellboy poster came out today with the tagline, Legendary AF. And the poster's awesome.
The poster is awesome.
Like, it looks incredible, and it sounds like we'll be getting a trailer later this week.
Yeah.
And if we do get a trailer this week,
definitely
going to have a trailer reaction for that. So be on the lookout. What did you guys think of the poster?
Dude, that poster was sick, nasty, awesome.
I did not think I could be more excited for this Hellboy than I was. Like,
for Guillermo's?
Yeah. It was so good. Yeah. And I was upset that they were like redoing it. Like, don't touch it. It was fine, but nope, they've got me.
The sword,
the sword is awesome.
Oh my gosh!
And the horns and
I'm just amped.
I'm ready. It's a great poster, not just from like visually, but like just design wise and how it's laid out and like.
And honestly, you can I know exactly. Okay, I won't say that. I'm sorry. But I can just tell, like, what the tone of this movie is going to be.
Dope AF.
because it looks dope, but then it says legendary AF on it. It's like, they're going to just nail the tone with this,
They're going to not take it too seriously.
which is great.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah.
And I'm pumped for David Harbour, too.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's fantastic.
He'll crush it.
Yeah, for sure.
Brett, you're up.
Am I up? Can I go now? All right.
You can go now, I
Let's
guess.
talk about
Thank you, Reggie, for the segue.
about what's happening at Fox.
The dumbest movie studio, second to Sony.
So we had last week.
I don't know
we got
anymore.
The Dark Phoenix trailer, which we did a reaction to.
We did. Plug.
All of us were kind of
That trailer's a lie. It literally lies to you.
So less than 36 hours after that trailer came out, Fox announced that nope, actually Dark Phoenix is coming out on June 7th, and we're moving Alita Battle Angel into February 14th, which makes the strategy makes sense. Someone doesn't know how to communicate interdepartmentally over there. But
somebody sitting in a chair went, yo, this trailer's pretty cool. We should put this out. Send. Upload to YouTube.
Wait.
It's like, oh, wait. The assistant's like,
Yeah.
oh, no. They didn't do the memo yet.
So here's what's happening. There is a bunch of stuff coming out on December, like the end of December. And Alita is probably going to lose that battle if it stays in the December time slot. It needs to make a lot of money. So what they're doing is they're going to move that to February, and they're going to move Phoenix to June. I don't know if that means Phoenix is getting more done to it. It might need a little more time because of reshoots that happened recently.
Just recently, right? Like in the last month.
That movie's been reshot like twice already.
Hey, maybe we'll catch Justice League.
Yeah.
Only one more shoot.
They just need to CGI out some
But
facial
what's
hair
really
and-
interesting is they're moving Deadpool 2, a re-release of it, into the December 21 slot that Anita left at a PG-13 rating.
So have you heard like the premise of it?
So yeah, it's based like the Ferris Bueller premise thing. You explain it more. I haven't.
It's Princess Bride.
Princess Bride, not Ferris Bueller. Sorry.
They're gonna get Fred Savage to reprise his role from Princess Bride, and he's gonna have this story of Deadpool told to him.
What?
That sounds like
as from PG-13 though.
So like you remember how like he was the kid in bed sick, and then the grandpa in Princess Bride was reading the story to him.
Yeah.
Well,
It's gonna be that except Deadpool.
Deadpool's reading the story to the kid, aka Fred Savage, was the original actor.
Yeah. From
Princess Bride.
Have you seen the Princess Bride?
I've seen the Princess Bride like 100 times. That's just dumb.
It's very Deadpool.
This should
is,
be
but-
released as an extra, as maybe a Blu-ray. I don't think this should go to theaters.
I don't necessarily think so either, but it makes sense business-wise because it's not going to cost them a lot of money. It's going to cost them a couple million to do that and then make the appropriate edits and voiceover work. And I say a couple million. I don't know. That might be 10 million. But they're going to make more than that back on that weekend because it's a PG-13 movie that, granted, maybe a lot of underage kids snuck in to see the R-rated version. But, you know, I
don't know if I'm going to see this.
My conspiracy
Two other
theorist-
movies are coming out that I'd
Right,
honestly
sure.
rather see.
Sure.
My conspiracy theorist mind wants to say that this is Disney seeing if a PG-13 Deadpool can be successful.
Yeah.
Since they just bought the rights. But I don't know. I'll see Aquaman and Bumblebee first. And then if I have time,
Me too. And
I'll
like,
see Deadpool and PG-13.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that Bumblebee movie looks really good. I think, like, both the trailers have been really good, and it's not Michael Bay.
Yeah.
That's a huge
It's Travis
upgrade.
Knight who did Kubo, which is a absolutely brilliant movie.
It's a really good movie.
So like, I got a lot of faith in that.
Yeah.
Even like if Bumblebee and Deadpool 2
And Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, Sana Hailey Steinfeld, she's great. Deadpool 2 rated R version were coming out on the same day.
You'd still probably.
I'd probably go see Bumblebee because I think it
Wow.
looks good. But the thing with that is, if Bumblebee's terrible, I can walk over and see Deadpool 2.
That's true. No, it's definitely a decision that's been made because of money. It's probably made, like you were saying, at a probably a Disney exec level, right? Saying like, look, we'd like to make. Granted, Fox is the one who put all the money into Alita, Battle Angel, right? And they want to make as much money as they can, and they think that
the move
makes sense. I don't know
why Deadpool would go there though too. Like, why don't you just put it in January when there's no movies?
Yeah.
I think something else is gonna move though.
There still could be something else that moves.
The Mary Poppins comes out
a week
4 days
after.
later on Christmas.
Yeah.
Aquaman's gonna move to November.
You think so?
No.
No.
I would
It's too
go
soon, no.
crazy though.
Anyways.
I think you're right, Reggie. I just, like I said, as a joke, the conspiracy theory would be that Disney's pulling the strings on that. But I think you're right. I think Fox is just trying to squeeze a little more money out of their property before
they're
they
reaching
lose
into a stocking and just hoping for more money.
Yeah.
Someone is. No matter who. It's definitely all about money.
And I'm sure Deadpool 2 will still make a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
And it'll seem like a good move for them. But go see Aquaman and Bumblebee first. Preferably Aquaman.
Give that DC some love.
Because I don't know if you guys saw the concept art and the leaked images of them in their classic comic book costumes.
Ooh.
But holy cow.
I didn't see that.
What?
New news story?
His suit looks
The
so
Aquaman suit
awesome.
looks incredible. Just wait till you
Dope
see it.
AF.
Just wait. You will lose your mind. That's a toy. You need to actually look at like the promotional images of him in the costume.
Well, I don't know where those are, Tyler.
Well, talk about stuff.
Okay, Luke, what do you got?
All right, so got some Star Wars news coming at everybody. Or I guess I could go for a smaller one. I'll just do a smaller one. Star Wars, no, whatever. Kathleen Kennedy's contract got extended. So some people are like, awesome. And some people are like,
Not
I
awesome.
hate Star Wars.
I was part of the I Hate Star Wars group.
Yeah, but she got a 3-year extension, I think, was the thing.
Oh, that's not...
It's not huge,
It's
but
not huge.
still, it's...
That's enough to see out...
The thing is, though,
what
the rumors
they
were
have in production.
The rumor was she was going to get fired in September.
I don't know why. That studio
And
is...
then they're like, you're hired. So everybody was kind of... Well, at least the people that were hating on her.
Well,
were
exactly.
like,
So that rumor gained traction because people do
like
hate
her.
on her, and like...
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah, like her or not. She's brought in lots of money for the studio.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That Aquaman costume is pretty awesome.
Oh, Black Manta.
Nice.
It's going to be amazing.
But just make sure you make good decisions. Don't overdo it like you did with Last Jedi and Solo being right next to each other. For the spin-offs, don't pick overdone characters.
And give
Make
freedom
good
and give
decisions.
freedom to your directors, because I think what Disney has learned through Marvel is that when you give, and it's taken them admittedly a long time, is when you give your creative teams the leeway to do what they want with a fun story, it turns out well for the project.
There's a reason the Phase 3 movies are a lot better than the Phase 1 movies.
Exactly. Exactly. No, that's absolutely true.
Yep.
My turn again?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I think it was today, maybe yesterday, there were some set photos of Spider-Man Far From Home
Ooh, yeah.
revealing our first look at Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. And his suit looks like a rehash of Thor's suit. And I don't know how I feel about that. But Luke made a point earlier that I thought was really interesting, and if they were to use it as part of the narrative, I think it'd be really cool. And that was...
The stuntman thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it'd be funny if, since he's a stuntman, that he had
a Thor costume.
he had Thor costume.
It looks like a Thor suit.
It does kind of look like a Thor suit.
It does.
Obviously, he doesn't. I assume the helmet will just be CG.
What's the dude's name? Quinn Beck, I think, is a stuntman.
Is it not? Yeah.
And he uses, like, special effects to, like, make people think he's magic and stuff.
I No, I think it looks fine. There was also. Did you also see the? That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
Did you also see the black spider suit?
The noir suit?
Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing sweatpants with a shirt.
Yeah, I was
gonna
say it doesn't look like super high tech like Mr. Stark built it, but but they're also like grainy footage or grainy photos.
Yeah,
from
they are
that time,
not
so.
well taken pictures.
It's gonna be the suit that Nick Fury gives him.
Mm.
Is my guess.
Works for me. All right, what's next?
You're up next, so whatever you got next.
Okay, so just today, maybe yesterday, I think it's today, Google announced Project Stream. This is a streaming service for games. This is essentially what we've been talking about when it comes to the next version of the Xbox with Scarlet. That you won't have, or you'll have a very minimal install space on whatever device you're using, and you will just be able to stream the game with a high enough internet connection. The big thing was, it's been a thing with smaller games for a long time, but the big news was that you can do this with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that is a huge game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big AAA game. It's in beta right now. I think you have to sign up for the internal beta. But you can do it on Chrome, just on any old browser on your PC or Mac might have to have certain requirements. But I think this is just another tick of proof that that's where we're going in the industry, that we're going towards, something that's cloud-based that allows for things like cross-platform play to be really easy, and the idea that I could start playing a game on my Xbox and then switch over and play it on my Switch on the go, or when I don't have
internet. That's crazy.
So that's really cool, and we'll see where it continues to go. Are you guys? Let us know.
The cat just scared me. I saw the chair move.
Are you guys interested in streaming games, or does that scare you? Do you want to always have that 50 gig download on your hard drive?
What do you mean 50 gig? Try 105 gigs for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to have to buy a new PlayStation to download that game.
If this is an interception, that is just ridiculous.
Update. What do we got?
13:13. And it looks like
how much time's left? Well, we're in the third quarter.
Third quarter. 9 minutes.
We gotta land this plane.
What's the next one? Next news story.
All right. There's another Daredevil teaser with Kingpin. It was great.
Yes, he got the classic suit on and stuff. Yeah.
Pumped for that. I'm just going to go straight into another one.
Do it.
The casting we talked about for Birds of Prey last week was
confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yep.
Journey Smollett Bell.
Words.
I almost got it that time. Is playing Black Canary, and Murray Elizabeth Winstead is going to be Huntress.
Okay.
So those are the two that have been confirmed.
Cool.
Reggie brought up the new Kingsman going into production early 2019 with a release date of November
2020.
November 7th or 14th or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the week after Wonder Woman.
Oh.
It's 19, right? Coming out next year.
What? No.
Kingsman 3 is next year.
It's not going to go into production in 2019 and come out in 2019.
I don't know.
Right?
There's no way. It's supposed to come out next year in November, though, right?
I don't know.
That's pushing it.
It's supposed to come out in
November.
In a November.
Yeah. November of some time.
I'm almost certain it's 2020.
Hey, that's what James Cameron says. He's like, it's coming out in November. No, November next year? No, November 2030.
I won't hit on that because
November 8th, 2019, Kingsman 3. Told you.
That is a crazy turnaround time. That's like faster than reshoots on Solo. Kind of turnaround time.
Well, it's more tight-knit movie because it's smaller, I guess.
Yeah. I'm pumped for Kingsman 3 as well,
I'm
Reginald.
excited for it, but
I like the Kingsman
There's
movies.
not a giant corporation saying you have to do all this stuff for this. It's just Matthew Vaughn going, I'm going to do this.
Okay, if they start filming in like January,
yeah, it's possible.
That's possible because they're going to take 4 or 5 weeks of filming probably, and then I can see that. Anyways,
I can go.
Do it.
Creed 2 trailer came out last
Yeah.
week after we recorded.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Creed is the only movie I've ever stood up and yelled in a movie theater for, so I'm really excited for Creed 2. Looks like it's going to have a good story. It's got a young, kind of unknown director doing it, which also excites me because other than Fruitvale Station, Ryan Coogler was in the same shoes when he did Creed. Pretty pumped. Can't wait.
I yelled during it a bit. More screamed. On accident.
Are you a Creed fan, Brett?
Yeah.
That was one of the best movies of 2020.
And that new trailer really got me hyped up for it. So.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Redskins play on Thanksgiving, so I probably won't see it that day. But
You and your football.
It's all right. It's a long weekend.
It is.
Plenty
it is a
of
long
time.
weekend. I'll go over this real quick because I know Luke doesn't like to talk about it. Jay Olivia, a concept artist for Justice League, and Snyder himself revealed a little more about the original ending of Justice League and what was going to happen in Justice League 2. At the end of Justice League, like the entire third act, Superman would have been quote-unquote unhinged, donned his black suit, and just gone a little ape, apparently.
a little injustice.
That would have been cool. And then what if they had actually just called it Injustice? Anyways.
I'm pretty sure that's where it was going.
So, and then in Justice League 2, he would have come back around, been a part of the team, and apparently Batman was going to die.
Can't kill Batman. It's impossible.
So, obviously that's not what we got. That's not what we're going to get. DC's
Does
done
Batman
a ton
have-
of shuffling. I just think it's always interesting to hear, like, original vision versus
What actually
happened. Because, interestingly enough, in film school, you learn that that you make multiple... I mean, this is a simplified version. You make 3 movies when you're making a movie. There's the story you write, the movie you write, the movie you shoot, and the movie you edit. And obviously Justice League went through way more iterations
Made
than just
9
the...
movies.
Yeah, they made 9. Also,
But-
in Justice League 2, did it mention if Batman was going to have prep time or not? Because if he had prep time, he wasn't dying. That's
no
a lie.
prep time was mentioned.
Interesting.
Here's Brett says I don't like to talk about this. I'm so tired of Zack Snyder getting on his Vero account being like, this was the movie I was gonna make. Nobody liked your movies. Actually, I did. I liked
But that's
them.
the thing.
Yeah,
I
I
did
liked it
too.
I'm so tired of talking about it. I'd
All
rather
right.
talk about the debacle that is The Last Jedi than talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League
But that's
universe.
the thing, because The Last Jedi was perfection. There's no need to talk.
Last Jedi was not perfection.
Okay, more news. Let's move on. I wanted to get through that quickly.
All right. This is my last thing. DC's crossover has a title. It's called Elseworld.
Yeah.
Elseworlds.
When I read that title, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then the next part of your news story
And,
is what interested me the most.
One of the characters featured is going to be the Monitor.
Huge deal.
Yeah.
He is the main moving force behind Crisis on Infinite Earths. Are they moving up the timeline to kill Barry? Because this show sucked. I don't know. Who
got
knows? Definitely going to be interesting to see the Monitor on the big screen because he's a pretty grandiose character. He's huge. He hangs out in a satellite in space and just documents everything that ever happens in the universe, and he knows everything about everything.
Is Mobius in?
He's no.
He's in. Oh, he's not.
He's like Mobius, kind of, though. He's just a good guy.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm out of news stories. What you got,
I have
Brett?
2 more real quick.
Step Brothers 2 trailer?
Kind of. Holmes and Watson trailer came out. I thought it looked pretty funny. It's
I
kind of
haven't
a
watched it.
humorous take on...
I thought the Sophie thing was kind of funny.
The
And then when the kid's like, I don't really want to say it, but
Anyways.
a very commonly used phrase.
Right, yes.
So, okay. He's just like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. He says it. It's pretty fun. It is. They're both kind of like, hey. They kind of just point at the kid who says it. And it's pretty funny. But my mom's gonna be so mad at me that I just said that. I'm sorry.
I'll say it next time, my bad.
It's okay.
I didn't cover you. No, but like anytime Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly get together,
It's going to be funny.
It's gonna be funny. So I'm excited about that. Real quick, Red Dead 2 dropped a new trailer. It's still not a game that I'm super hyped for, but it looks fantastic for what they're doing with the world exploration and the amount of choice you have. And then
the game looks it literally looks like time travel to the Old West.
Right.
It looks great, but at the same time, all the videos they put out is just showing the same thing, and they're like, you can play poker.
So they know.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they know who their audience is for this. It's the people who played the last one and really enjoyed it. It's the people who played Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 has been on the top of the sales charts for like 5 years now. Somehow. And the people who still continue to play that, they want to know that stuff. They want to know all the silly things they can do. They want to know all the mischief they can get in, all the relationships they can build. And so they're not marketing trailers like we would expect from like a Spider-Man or a Destiny or a God of War. They're the like, here, look at all the things you can do. And it's not a very exciting trailer, but I do think that it accurately depicts what you're going to be doing in the game, which is part of the reason why I'm not all that interested in it, because I don't want to sit down and play poker.
What is your cat doing?
It's kneading the blanket to make a bed.
Yeah.
I am on blackout for
for
Red Dead 2. I watched the first gameplay trailer.
And you in?
Am I in?
Yeah.
Red Dead
Redemption is my favorite game ever made.
Okay.
So yes, I'm in. And I don't really like Grand Theft Auto 5, so
Oh, there you go.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Then I won't spoil anything more.
There's horses in it, spoilers.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. Okay, last news story, and it pertains to something we'll be talking about next week. So yeah, press.
Oh,
the
there's
press,
a Venom trailer going
the
right
press
on my
circuit
right now.
for Venom was started this last week, and Tom Hardy, when asked about his favorite scene in the movie, said it's not actually in the movie. It was cut, and he mentioned that there was like 20 to 40 minutes that got cut that maybe we'll see in a Blu-ray, but
you know what I bet his favorite scene was? Him meeting Spider-Man.
Oh,
he has like publicly said he wants to fight Spider-Man. So
this movie is not going to be good. He just said 40 minutes isn't going to be in it, and it contains his favorite stuff. He's already bashing the movie he's in. Well,
that's what concerns me.
And the score doesn't come out until tomorrow, which is 2 days before it comes out.
Yeah, I mean that's normal usually for most. That's not Disney normal, but most other studios do that.
Yeah.
But I'm predicting a 37%.
37?
Yeah, I'm going high.
I was going to say that is pretty high. I'm going to go higher, though. I think it's going to be around the 50 mark. I think it's going to be divisive.
I don't know. I'd thread the needle at somewhere like 40. In that, it's definitely going to be rotten, but there will be...
50%'s rotten.
Well, I know. But, I mean...
He's talking like rotten, not just rotten. Super rotten.
Well, for a mark, Man of Steel is at like 47.
Yeah.
What? I thought it was at 55. I'm checking this.
Fact check.
So...
Reginald's keep giving us some news tips as well.
He said Bad Boys 3's in talks again?
That doesn't surprise me. I feel like that Bad Boys 3
55,
is
kind of
always in the talks.
I hope it happens. I like the Bad Boys movies.
That'd be cool.
Your other question.
I do not watch American Horror Story because it is scary.
I've just never watched it.
I have watched, what was the season in Louisiana? The voodoo stuff was all going on. Maybe. I watched that one. And I started the Freak Show one, and the Freak Show one kind of lost my attention. But the Coven one was really good. I really enjoyed it. But I haven't watched it since.
I just never watched it.
The
main reason, even besides like the scary stuff, was I was at college, and I didn't have cable for a really long time.
Yeah.
So.
It's all on Netflix now, though.
I think it is, yeah.
So if you decide you want to catch up, it's not... I don't think it's too scary.
Is it scarier than... School? School is scary.
No. So...
That's all the news I have.
I'm done too.
My goodness, this was a week full of news.
2 weeks in a row.
I'm kind of excited for next week. Big review week.
Yeah, finally.
Well, September's finally over, so there's actually movies coming
The drought is ending.
Oh
movies
my gosh.
And games.
January and September.
We're gonna be busy in October, guys.
We are.
I'm excited.
Don't copy me. No.
There's a lot going
Let's
on.
go.
Hey, hit the air horn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's time.
We're gonna land this plane real quick. Is it running?
Yeah, you're good.
You can start.
All right. So we have one question this week.
Oh.
It's from JT. Thank you. We kind of were late on getting out the.
I could.
Late? I did that this morning.
That's late by comparison, though.
Okay.
Well, we're usually
I'll do
always
it Sunday
late.
the next week.
That's fine. Yeah. So JT at JTizall12 hashtag Twitter with Tyler. Question about the Spider-Man stuff. I have faith in the Marvel machine, and they won't be bad. In a manner of speaking. So the question is, how do they expand this Spider-Man's world? Also, what would you like to see Mysterio do in this story?
Oh, so we were talking about movies, not games.
Yeah, we're talking about the Far From Home.
Far From Home.
So, to expand his world, they've already done it by moving him to Italy, which I don't like, but
It's still gonna be good.
it could still be good.
No.
It's going to be fine.
Absolutely. I wish he was in New York, though, because that's when Spider-Man's at his best, in my opinion.
See, but what I appreciate about the move to Italy, we know he's getting at least 3 solo movies,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's dead, though. But, yeah, he's got 3
yeah.
solo movies.
Spoilers for Infinity or
That huge risk they took
Avengers
in Infinity
4.
War.
He's probably coming back. So what I appreciate about that is I think by the time he gets around to really owning the suit, he'll be back in New York.
In the third
Like,
one.
I'm okay with him going away for a little bit to kind of test his I don't know, himself and
Will Black Cat be the villain in the third one?
Ooh, Carl, do you want to be the villain in a Spider-Man
film?
movie?
No response.
No
No
response.
comment.
So
Being quite hush hush about it.
Yeah.
I think we have
That's
a
like
casting.
confirmation.
I don't know. I think it's cool that they're going far from home, but I don't know. Cool. New suits, whatever. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite characters.
It's Spider-Man and it's Tom Holland, and I feel like
I just wish Chaos Walking would come out.
with Homecoming, they proved that he can definitely hold his own. Tom Holland as an actor.
Yeah.
And with the Avenger movies and Captain America Civil War, they proved that he can be a good side character as well. So even if they have, maybe they bring in Miles at some point and they share the screen.
Make my day.
He's a good enough actor to work with others, and that dynamic can be really cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got anything?
I like what you're saying. I'll answer the second question, though, with Mysterio. I don't know anything about Mysterio. I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man.
Fishbowl guy.
And, I guess the normal villains that you would assume would always pop up. I
think you're saving those for
He's an original Sinister Six guy.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
I Googled Mysterio best moments, and I picked out... Well, first, a bunch of wrestling stuff came up, and I was like, whoops.
Probably not right.
But I was like, I wonder what would be a cool thing to see. And one of the things I saw was that Mysterio hypnotizes Spider-Man, and he makes him think that he's 6 inches tall. I want to see that. He'd be like an actual spider.
Tiny. It's taking the best of Spider-Man and incorporating it with some Ant-Man thrown in.
Yeah. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and I'd want to see Tom Holland kind of freak out a bit.
So I gave some thought to that question, and mine is similar to Luke's. I would like to see Mysterio kind of hypnotize Peter, and I would like us to get an emotional flashback to him and Uncle Ben.
Ooh.
And just have him thinking that Uncle Ben is actually there, and just let's get a little more. Because, the Homecoming was hilarious. It was more comedy driven. There wasn't a whole lot of emotional toe in the movie.
Mm-mm.
I would like to see it in this one, and I think that would be a really cool way to do it. And Tobey Maguire for Uncle Ben.
Oh God, no!
That would be hilarious.
I'm not.
You
serious.
would lose all emotional
I think it'd be pretty funny.
weight there if you did that though.
I believe in you, Peter. You can do it, man.
Yeah, I just think that would be cool.
I'm Tobey Maguire.
All right. Well,
Do you have anything for Mysterio to do?
no, I don't know
Besides wreck
anything.
shop?
I don't know anything about Mysterio. I like Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor,
Ooh, yes. I love
and
Jake
so I
Gyllenhaal.
think they can do some really cool stuff with him. I hope that it's not just a case of here's a really good actor, and we're gonna shoehorn them into this really bad villain role.
They did pretty good with
didn't-
Keaton.
So they did really good with Keaton, and so that's what gives me
yeah.
hope.
But what worries me is how long it took us to see a set photo of him.
Nah,
No,
I'm not
That's
worried.
fine.
Because there was like nothing. And then they're like, yep, he's here. Like, oh, okay.
it's okay.
I'm fine with that.
I would have preferred if we just preferred
Preferred if we never saw him.
Preferred it.
I would have liked if we just hadn't seen anything. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I mean, it's always cool to see set photos. It's like, oh, they're making a movie, but then you've seen stuff
Yeah.
that you're honestly not supposed to see. It looks bad most of the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Remember Captain Marvel? Her suit's blue
It's green.
and green.
Get it together.
Teal. Fine. Anyways, anything else?
Nope,
That's it.
not from me.
All right.
I'm stealing
Venom's
Brent's,
coming out, so that's
We'll be talking about Venom.
talking about Venom next week.
and I will be trying not to scream at my phone. Because, so, I'm not from here, so I don't get to watch my home team on
We just
TV
need
very
to have
often.
you on like a get a switch so I can mute you when you scream.
Yeah. I just don't get to see my home team play on TV very often. So when I do, I really want to watch it. And they're on Monday night next week. So
We'll get another TV set up there.
you don't want to do that. I promise. I will go ballistic. It's a big game. We play the Saints. Gotta win it. Statement game. All right. Sorry. I'm stealing Brent's little sermon ender thing with the landing the plane because I really liked that at the end of the sermon. It's like, let's land this plane.
We gotta land the plane.
I like that.
We have shirts for sale if you're wanting one.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah, we
usually
haven't
talk about
plugged
too
that.
We
much.
haven't talked about him in a while,
But if you want one, let us know. If you've said you wanted one, make sure you pay us, and we'll get it to you.
Yeah.
hit us up on Twitter. Probably is the best place to hit us
Yeah,
up. Or if you
DM
have our
us.
numbers, personally, not everyone does.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I don't just hand out my number like candy.
I should just tweet out my phone number. See what
But
happens.
if you do want candy, I don't.
Halloween's
like
coming
to
up.
eat
Candy!
it, so I'm happy to give it away. Yeah. So if you want a shirt, let us know. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Check us out on YouTube if you're listening via podcast.
Check us out on podcast again
And it's
if
all
you're on YouTube.
What the Fanboy.
Yep.
Yeah.
At
No
What's the
spaces.
Fanboy. Hit us up personally if you want to see us answer certain questions or you have thoughts.
Yeah.
Brett is wrong for liking The Last Jedi so much. You can at me. Let's talk about it.
I don't think you're wrong. I just think it's not really the best choice you've made.
I hate that
also-
movie.
If you want to give us a review on iTunes, I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
Yeah.
Maybe we can
Thumbs
do
up,
it. Maybe we can do a
subscribe. They
giveaway.
all help.
Yeah, maybe that will be our next giveaway.
Yeah.
iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews.
There you go.
But not yet.
Reginald wants a shirt.
Good. Get
We'll
in
get
touch
you
with
one.
one of us. We'll get you.
Thanks for watching or listening. You know, you guys are why we do. I mean, we would get to maybe get together anyways and just chat about stuff. But
This
you're
is
the
me-
reason why we have the whole production.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
thank you for
We really
watching,
appreciate it.
listening, subscribing. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.